We know Coach Prime has moved on to Colorado University. And now we have a brand new head coach over at Jackson State University, and none other than Mr. T.C. Taylor. Now, me have wondered, could T.C. Taylor come in there and take things to a higher height beyond everyone's wildest imagination, beyond what Coach Prime was able to do while he was there as the head football coach at Jackson State from a recruiting standpoint? Well, guess what? You bet your sweet behind he can, because he's already bringing in the athletes that want to be a part of the Jackson State Tigers football program. And one thing for certain is this. He got offensive linemen that's coming in there that's mean and nasty out there on that field. And trust and believe, he's going to be another one of those added to that current offensive line that's there at Jackson State to continue to keep moving this thing forward. But we're going to talk about this young man right after this. You know it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend to tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing and get straight to it. Because I know you're like, Coach, who else they got coming in this thing? Listen, the linemen are coming. I've said that to you guys a million times already. Trust Coach when I tell you this. The big fellas are coming into the program. And the young man that I'm going to talk about is definitely one of those ones that's looking to make an impact immediately. As we already know, signing day is getting closer and closer. At the beginning of February, you're going to start seeing a lot more of these athletes decide on where they're looking to take their collegiate football talents to. And guess what? Then we're going to see how teams really going to fill in. But I'm going to tell you right now, these athletes are looking to get into the program early on that sign in December because they're ready to get themselves together so that when the spring season hit, they're ready to go. This young man that's coming into the Jackson State football program is another one of those offensive linemen that can move and get to the second level to block defensive players without any problem. One thing for certain is this. When this young man hooked them battery cables up, we get them battery cables up on you, trust and believe, you ain't going nowhere but wherever it is he drive you to. If he drive you to the left, he drive you to the right. If he drive you over behind up in the stands to your mama, guess what? That's where he gonna drive you to. So trust and believe, when he get them battery cables on your behind, you ain't going nowhere. You just gonna feel that shock. You're gonna feel him doing like this, just driving your tail down the daggone field, letting you know I ain't letting go till the whistle blow. But check this out. This young man here has the ability to neutralize defensive players because of his long arm. This young man that I'm talking about, Cameron James, offensive lineman. He's 6'8", 280 pounds with some very long arms. Now, as I stated, this young man can neutralize any defensive player out there on the field to keep them from getting to wherever it is that they're trying to go. Not only that, but his footwork is pretty daggone good because he keeps himself at a low level as far as making sure when he fire off on the ball, he's not standing completely straight up so that a defender can get his hands up in his chest and start just moving him wherever you want to move him to, or get under him and just shoot the gap to get back there in the backfield and disrupt plays. That's not something that he allows defensive players to do. One thing I like to see is with him going over to Jackson State and now how a lot of the other SWAC schools as well as some of the other schools that they're going to play, what they're beginning to do now is they're getting much bigger athletes on, within those trenches on the offensive and defensive lines. So that means he's going to need to make sure that he brings his level down, his blocking level down just a little bit so that when that defender comes to shoot up, he's up underneath him and he can go ahead and then bring himself back up and drive wherever it is he wants to go once he gets, once he get them battery cables hooked up to him. So this is something that is going to be definitely fun to see with this young man. While at Minnesota University, he didn't get any playing time over there, but looking at his high school film from when he was at Simeon High School in Chicago, Illinois, this young man definitely was able to drive those defensive players out of the gaps, allowing the running backs as well as keeping their quarterback safe and sound back there in that backfield to make plays down the field. Now, as I stated before, he would definitely need to lower his center of gravity when it comes to him making blocks out there on the field to keep the opposing team defenders from getting up underneath his shoulder pads with him being such a big fella and driving him back into the backfield, helping him disrupt plays for the offensive side of the ball. So that is something that, you know, he's going to need to work on just a little bit. But like I said, this young man is a pretty daggone solid, good football player. He can down block, reach block. His pass protection is pretty daggone good as well. So, again, I believe Coach T.C. Taylor and the new offensive coordinator, with these athletes that they're bringing into the program, they're going to run some crazy stuff on that offense come this upcoming season. That's going to have a lot of teams out there scratching their heads trying to figure out what in the heck did we just step ourselves into. We thought we were going to see a lot more of this air raid business. Well, you about to see something totally different, because trust me, with what I'm seeing with these athletes, with these offensive linemen, as far as the current offensive linemen that they have at Jackson State University, along with the new ones that are coming in, they are definitely athletic as well as very aggressive out there on the field. And they're looking to get out here and do some great things. So I'm going to sit back and watch how this thing unravels, because as I stated before, the young man, the young man can pass block, zone block, reach block, and I'm sure he can pull from left to right as well. So definitely watch how everything works out with this. But like I said, congratulations to Cameron James on committing to the Jackson State Tigers football program and continuing his collegiate football career. But guys, I can't wait to see what you get out there and do this upcoming season with your Tigers football team. But until next time, be the one and lead.